Once upon a time, in a busy city filled with noise and endless distractions, there lived a man named Marcus. Marcus was like many of us, always rushing, always thinking about the next task, the next worry, the next problem. His mind was never still. Even when he sat quietly, his thoughts raced like wild horses, pulling him in every direction except the present moment. One evening, after another exhausting day, Marcus sat by his window, staring at the stars. He felt tired, not just in his body, but in his soul. He wondered why, despite having so much, he felt so empty. That night he dreamed of an old man sitting beneath a tree, calm and still, as if time itself had slowed down around him. The old man looked at Marcus and said, "The world moves, but you do not have to move with it. Be here now." When Marcus woke up, he couldn't forget those words. He decided to seek answers. He had heard of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that taught inner peace through wisdom and self-control. He began reading the letters of Seneca, a great Stoic thinker who wrote about mindfulness long before the word became popular. Seneca taught that most of our suffering comes from living either in the past or the future. We regret what has already happened, or we fear what might happen. But the present moment, the only time we truly have, is often ignored. Marcus realized that he had spent years missing his own life by not being fully present in it. He decided to practice Stoic mindfulness. The first lesson was simple. Pay attention. When he ate, he focused on the taste of the food, not the thoughts in his head. When he walked, he noticed the feeling of the ground beneath his feet, the air on his skin. At first, it was difficult. His mind kept wandering back to worries and plans. But slowly he trained himself to return to the present, again and again. One day, while sitting in the park, Marcus watched a child playing with a butterfly. The child was completely absorbed in the moment, laughing as the butterfly fluttered around him. Marcus remembered that he too had once lived like that, fully present, fully alive. He wondered when he had lost that ability. Stoicism taught him that mindfulness was not just about noticing the world around him, but also about observing his own thoughts without being ruled by them. When a negative feeling arose, he would pause and ask himself, "Is this useful? Can I change it? If not, why let it steal my peace?" By doing this, he learned to separate himself from his emotions, not to suppress them, but to understand them. Another important Stoic practice was gratitude. Seneca wrote that no day should be taken for granted. Every morning Marcus began listing 3 things he was grateful for. Some days, it was as simple as the warmth of the sun or a kind word from a stranger. Over time, this habit shifted his focus from what he lacked to what he already had, and he found himself feeling more at peace. Of course, there were days when mindfulness felt impossible. When stress was high, or when old habits pulled him back into restless thinking, Marcus would remind himself of a Stoic truth. The obstacle is the way. Instead of fighting distraction, he accepted it and gently returned to the present. He understood that mindfulness was not about perfection, but practice. As weeks turned into months, Marcus noticed a change. He was calmer, more patient. He enjoyed small moments he used to overlook, the sound of rain, the smile of a friend, the quiet of an early morning. He realized that being present didn't mean ignoring life's difficulties, but facing them with clarity instead of chaos. One evening, he returned to the same spot by his window where his journey had begun. The city was still loud, his life still busy, but inside there was stillness. He thought of Seneca's words, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." He had spent so much time trapped in his own mind, but now he knew the way out, by anchoring himself in the present. Marcus smiled. The stars still shone above, just as they always had, but now, for the first time in a long time, he was truly there to see them. And so, dear friend, if you too find yourself lost in thoughts, remember the lesson Marcus learned. The present moment is all we ever have. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, but now, this breath, this step, this heartbeat is where life happens. Stoic mindfulness is not a complicated secret. It is the simple, profound act of being here, fully, deeply, without distraction. Start small. Notice the next sip of water you take. Feel the weight of your body in the chair. Listen to the sounds around you. Every time your mind wanders, bring it back gently, like guiding a boat to shore. With time and patience, you will find what Marcus found. A deeper, richer way of living, one moment at a time. The world moves, but you do not have to move with it. Be here now.